I'm not going to sing to you, but that's a pretty good birthday present there, huh?
It couldn't have gone any better. I guess you can't lose on your birthday, right?
Well, I mean, you could have lost on your birthday, which would have been not so fun for you, though.
Yeah, exactly. Man, I've worked hard for this. And before this fight, everyone was counting me out. I saw the odds, and everyone was calling me the underdog. And that's the story of my life, kind of being the underdog and being the smallest in my class in high school and just overcoming it, and pushing through. And you saw that maturity tonight. I've had a lot of years in the sport, and now you're starting to see that confidence, and now it's my time.
I was going to ask you about that. I mean, he was, more than a 4-1 favorite, and I don't know if you follow that kind of stuff, but that's, pretty sizable, and usually doesn't happen by accident. So, I mean, obviously, a lot of people thought very highly of him. Yeah. Not that they thought any worse of you, but that just, I guess, talks to the level that people thought that he was at. But is it more satisfying for you to get a win when you're in a position like that to, kind of play spoiler when you're that big of an underdog?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like my last fight, similar situation. I was just the guy that was welcoming Cody to the division. Everyone didn't really know who I was, especially in America. And then I spoiled the party. For this fight, I guess people still, overlooking me and saying, okay, he got 2 quick knockouts. He's going to get out-wrestled this fight. So I had a lot to prove, I guess, showing that, I am well-rounded. I don't just have knockout power, which that does separate me from the flyweight division. But now you saw a bit of everything tonight. My experience, my composure, my defense, and just backing myself. So, tonight was a real big step for me. This fight, no one wanted to take it. Askar Askarov was undefeated in the UFC, coming off a draw against the former champ in his first fight, and then on a big win streak. So, he's taken out pretty much most guys in that top 5, and I just took him out. So he's the number 2 guy. I stepped up, high risk, high reward. So I guess me and Mick need to have a chat.
The wrestling defense was, so huge for you tonight. How much a part of your camp was that? Was just strictly working on knowing this guy's going to try and take me down?
For my last camp, we did a lot of wrestling and a lot of cage work and footwork. For this fight, we just kind of added on to that. So, city kickboxing under Eugene Behrman, the best coaches in the world, working with Andre, my wrestling coach, as well as, so many high-level wrestlers that we brought in and grapplers. So I'd had that look in my gym already. And tonight, when I felt him on my back and I didn't really panic, I just felt I've been here before. I've been in deep water. I've been in those sticky situations, and I got out of it. And I kind of felt the same tonight when he was on top of me, on my back when I was standing up. So when he got off, there was a momentum shift. You could see that. And then that second round, when I heard him and started to find the targets and find his chin, the crowd was behind me, and it felt like I was in my hometown. I've never had that, fighting in my hometown. I guess Columbus can claim me as one of their own.
3 in a row. You beat a former, champ last time out. This one is a guy who hadn't lost before. If you are in position to get a title shot or at least ask for one, are you in the mode where you play the waiting game if you have to wait? I mean, and how long is too long if you had to wait for it?
Yeah, I guess this is the situation that I wanted to be in. Coming off a 3-fight win streak, 2 finishes in the first round, now beating the number 2 guy in the world. I guess, that's a conversation me, Mick, and Dana need to have. The UFC haven't been down to New Zealand or Australia this year, and if that's in their pipelines or in the plans, I'd love to bring a title fight back down to that side of the world. We've really missed it, and with my surge in the UFC now and where I'm at in my career, it would be massive. I know everyone back home's watching this, but obviously we need to have a chat and we need to, see what's next. If they're going ahead with this 4th fight, it would have been awesome if they just waited, just after this weekend, and then they could have set that up. But I'm not gonna, say anything just yet. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna play the weight game. I'm just gonna have a chat with my coaches, have a chat with the UFC, Mick and Dana, and see where we're at.
Obviously, you weren't going to look past this week to who you might fight in a title fight. But now that this one is behind you, I mean, are you at a point where you could say, you hope that it's Brandon Moreno because you want to get that fight back, or do you care?
Whoever's got that belt, that's who I care. So it could be either or. Both guys are great matchups. The rematch against Brandon Moreno will be, a great story. We both had a great fight, and if he's the champ when it's my time, then, that would be a fan favorite, as well as Figueroa. This guy's got similar skill sets to me. He likes to go for finishes, likes to go for knockouts, and that's what I bring to the table. So both fun, fun fights, and, something that people will really get excited for. This flyweight division's on fire. Everyone's been putting on exciting fights, and I guess I'm just leading the pack. And like I said at the start of this week, I'm the next guy.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Kai, congrats on the win. Obviously, you'd like every fight to go out there and get a big knockout in the first round, but you had to go through adversity in that first round. How important was it for you to go through that and then come out and have the second round you had? Because you really put it on him in that second round. It was like night and day.
Yeah, I guess I've been notoriously slow starter in the UFC. I have to get kind of put in a bad position to kind of wake me up and realize, okay, let's time to work now. I guess for this fight, once I realized, he couldn't get me out in that first round, and the crowd was getting behind me, and that they didn't really appreciate it, or like they weren't really on his side tonight. They were, they were supporting me. So once I kind of had that, and then I just built off that confidence and that momentum. So, like we said it before, it's something that we've been working a lot on. Wrestling and counter wrestling and scrambling, and tonight I got to showcase all of that.
You mentioned when you fought Cody, everyone was saying, well, here's Cody Garbrandt. He's a former champion. He's he's supposed to fight Figueiredo, and then you go and knock him out, and you kind of take that respect. Askarov was a guy that a lot of people said should have been fighting for the title. I mean, he had the win over Joseph Benavidez. He had the draw with Moreno. Do you feel like you're starting to finally get the respect you deserve in this division a little bit with the wins you've been putting together right now?
Definitely. It's all time and place, and at the moment in my career, being a father now, and trying to be the best father and the best husband, that's translating in the gym to be the best athlete and the best fighter. So I'm in a great place, best team in the world, City Kickboxing, and it's been awesome to kind of find my feet now in the UFC, getting a few finishes now, living up to this nickname Don't Blink, and now taking out the number 2 guy. It's just building up my I guess credentials, and now that people are really taking notice, such a big name to take out. Like I said, 2022, it's my year, and this year I'll definitely be fighting for a title. Hopefully bring it back to New Zealand or Australia. Even though I love Columbus, Ohio, I want to do it in my hometown.
Maybe the result would have been the same, Kai, and I know the UFC hasn't technically announced it, but we've all heard, of course, that it's going to be Davis and Brandon later this year. Was there any, I won't say anger, but was there any frustration saying, hey, guys, wait a week, wait to match that up for a week? Because if you go out there, the performance you just put on, I don't think anyone would argue with you getting a title shot right now, and it would mix up things a little bit. Again, it's a great fight, no problem with Moreno Figueiredo, but you are a legit contender, and you deservedly so. Is there any frustration saying, hey, couldn't you wait until after Saturday night? That way I could have had my fight, and then you make that decision?
Yeah, it's a lot of it's out of my control. So I could just focus on what I can, and that was the fight in front of me. So now that we're past that, and I've got the W, and now I'm on a 3-fight win streak. Taking up top guys in the division. That just puts me in line. I'm not gonna go out and say, I demand a title shot. I'm gonna wait until I get it. Let's just see what happens. I'll have a chat with Dana and Mick and my coaches, and we'll go from there. So. We've got a good relationship with them, and if the fans want to see it, let's do it. I'm more than ready.
Would you be willing to be backup for that fight? Just because, we're in a kind of day and age where weird things happen. Would you be willing to be the backup?
Definitely. I can make weight any day. I've changed kind of my whole, I guess, I'm not blowing up after camps. I've really worked hard on keeping my weight down and, being a true professional in the sport. And now, where I'm at in my career, it's not just what you're doing in the gym, it's outside as well. So, yeah, like I said, I'm in a great place. All I know tonight is my birthday. So I turned 29. Just got the biggest win of my career. So I'm just going to go out and celebrate for my team. And I can't wait to get home and see my family. before or last year, we had to spend months away from our family, and that's the reason why we do this. So now I only need to be away for a week now, and I can go back into my country and no problems, no restrictions. So, having that no stress on that around that really helps fight week. Not having to worry when you're going to see your family next.
I know it really won't matter in terms of the title shot, who you fight, because I'm sure you don't really care, as you said earlier. But do you lean one way or the other in that fourth fight? We've had two incredibly close fights. The one fight was more lopsided for Brandon Moreno when he won the title. Do you lean one way or the other when you look at that fight, who you're picking?
So what date is that fight being scheduled?
I think it's July, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so maybe International Fight Week. We'll see. I might have a few other teammates on that card. So if they do want me as a reserve, that's more than enough time for me to do that. Like you said, there's a lot of weird things happening and so many pullouts. So I'll be more than ready. I'll be straight back into the gym, working on holes tonight and stuff that we can build on. For that fight, for the fourth fight, but all the fights have been close. I gave Brandon the last fight. I thought he won it, but it's all subjective and it's all. I'm not a judge, but I don't really mind who does win this fight when it's my time to fight for the belt. But yeah, I enjoy the rivalry that they have going. People want to see it and people want to pay to watch. So I'll be watching and taking notes.
Congrats and happy birthday.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Hey, Guy, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
What did you know about Ohio before this week?
I had no idea. I just got on a flight and it took 30 hours to get here. So when I got here, I was pretty jet lagged, pretty tired, and then I just went straight to sleep. But after tonight, I love Columbus, Ohio. Having that support and having the roar of the crowd, really getting behind me. I appreciate the love.
How did you hear about the OH chant, the OHIO, and why did you decide to start with that after the fight?
One of my cornermen, Frank, he's from America. He's from this side of the world, this side of America, sorry. And he was like, if you say this, they'll love you for it. So I just had to play to the strengths, read the room, and get that support.
Great, thanks, Kai.
Thank you.